Welcome back, everybody. Today is a Spryzen unboxing video. This will be the last Spryzen Beyblade for my collection. Technically, it is Hasbro, but it wasn't sold in stores. You actually had to get it from, believe it or not, McDonald's. So we will be getting into that. I bought it new for $6 today, and today is October 11th. So I will be uploading a Epic Rivals Stadium set video. Please go watch it. It was very fun to do. Yeah, let's get into this video. Let's put this off to the side here. So yeah, here we go. We got this. Let's go ahead and open her up real quick. And like I said, I picked this up for $6 on eBay. There you go, eBay. And yeah, the price was $6.50, $7.02 after tax. Not too bad. And they put it in a bubble envelope. Okay. They put it in a bubble envelope, which was nice. And then they went ahead and put it in bubble wrap, which was even nicer of them. So, and this wasn't some store. This was just some random person on eBay trying to sell, you know, the thing that they didn't want, and I bought it brand new. So this is pretty cool. Like I said, it is technically, if I remember right, it is technically a Hasbro Beyblade. It's just sold through McDonald's. Yeah, because you can actually use it on the app. So yeah, this is technically a Hasbro Beyblade. So what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and this is number 2 in the set. Yep, here she is, the good old QR code. Boom, Hasbro right there, you guys. Okay, we're actually going to hold on to this. This is pretty cool. All right, and then the Spryzen Beyblade actually comes in a separate pouch inside of everything. That would have been cool. Oh, it's got like a little... That's interesting. Okay, cool. So that's cool. Has a little gear at the bottom of it. I'll show you guys here in just one second. Let me get rid of the trash. Okay, so here is the launcher with shoe on it. The little lever pushes it forward. It has a little clip to clip on your belt loop or whatever you decide to do. And then it all ratchets, makes its way into place. So you actually have to go backwards with it, it looks like. I don't know, let's test her out real quick. I got the Epic Rival Stadium still right here. Let's give her a test launch. So far I do like it, it's pretty cool. No rubber. Alright guys, this is definitely gonna be it. Well, we got it in the stadium at least. We launched it in the stadium, so that's fun. I was expecting a little bit more power, so I'm honestly kind of bummed out. Like, I was expecting them to at least launch a little bit more. Let's see. Maybe. It definitely stalls out really bad. So definitely not one of my favorite. It's pretty fun because it's quirky. But as far as it working in a stadium, definitely not. Is it a cool little collector item for the set? Yeah, it's definitely a cool little collector item for the set. Because like I said, now with this, you know, so like, let's go over this real quick. Let's go over the detail on this little launcher. It's pretty cool. I like how they have the post red eye shoe, like after he took off his mask. God, I sound really intelligent with them ums. Also, I like how they put the little logo right there and not in the image, so it doesn't cut out the actual image of shoe. They actually put it in a nice tucked corner of its own, and they didn't try and put it right here and add too much. So the design of the launcher is pretty cool. They definitely should have thought their process over just a little bit more on the design of how it'll function. That way, if you wanted to use it in an actual stadium, you could, because as of right now, guys, that's the best we got. And you really can't rip it all that hard either. So maybe if they would have done this, but with a rip cord, that would have been cool. Let's see. Let's do a high launch. This is definitely interesting. And then we'll go over the detail on the bay here in a second. All right. So we're going to put this off to the side. So let me grab the Spryzen reqreium because I have it right here. So the detail on the bay is pretty nice. It's cool how they got the eye, the face right here. Granted, it's all just like painted on detail, but the fact that they were able to do that, they even got the horn. They have the, I don't even know what this is supposed to be, guys, but this is supposed to be rubber, but it's not, obviously. Even though they're not actual real holes, they still got the holes on the layer added onto there somehow. They got the gem on the axe, which is pretty cool. The chip being blue, which is more compared for the Takara Tomy version. That's pretty nice for the God chip. So it's definitely cool. Of course, we knew this was going to be simplified there for a minute there because it's a McDonald's product. But either way, it's still a cool little product. I'm not bummed out at all that I picked this up. It's definitely a good completion for the set. Let me move some stuff around real quick, and that way I can show you guys that now we got this completed. I just got to go through and move some stuff real quick. Okay. There's this. Like I said, give me just 1 second. I'm moving some stuff around. This video is definitely going to be a shorter video because there's not much to go off of on it. But other than that, it's definitely a good, fun little video. So, there we go. There we go. All right, guys. Now comes for the fun part. This is what the completion of the Hasbro Spryzen collection looks like. So we have the OG Spryzen, the OG Spryzen, the proto, essentially. Here's the QR code for that. It's got spread, and I think this is fusion. Again, QR code. Then we have the combination Proto Spryzen with Shield. This one is high, I think. I can't remember. Hit? I don't know. And then here's the QR code for that. Next up, because it's right there, we have the Beyblade Burst Micro Storm Spryzen. Pretty fun. And you can only get these through the micros. This one came with the Micro Stadium set. So if you are interested in picking this one up, you have to get the Stadium set. Next up is the Booster Pack Storm Spryzen with Knuckle, Unite, and the Storm Spryzen Lair. Here's the QR code. This one, I believe, is a 4-star Knuckle. This is just a review at this point. Then here is our Epic Rivals Stadium set Spryzen with Knuckle, Unite, the Anime Accurate Storm Spryzen Lair. Here's the QR code. Here is Knuckle. This was a 3-star. As you can see right here, it says 3. And here is the Unite that came with it. Definitely a little bit bolder on the gold colors, which is nice. Always nice to see bold colors. The Ripfire, so I'm doing this in order as release. I guess I need to move these two around real quick. So I'm doing this in order as how it was released. So next up would be the Ripfire Storm Spryzen with kind of an off-colored anime accurate. The axe is gold, but the there's no black on it. Okay. Here's that. This is supposed to be Knuckle. These, I believe, have stars on them. It says it's a 3, but I don't see any stars. And then here is the Unite. And then you guys know how the Ripfire works. You spin it and it lights up. Kind of just to give you a good little show right there of how that works. Okay. And then green Storm Spryzen with lower variable. The variable's yellow. Lower is a 1 star. Yeah, a 1 star. And there's the green Storm Spryzen layer. And this one's pretty cool because it's got silver on it rather than the gold. It would have been cool if we would have gotten the carbon fiber look for the Takara Tomy Storm Spryzen that had the green carbon fiber. That would have been awesome. But it is what it is. Next up, Legend Spryzen. This was the first Spryzen that introduced right and left spin. Here is the QR code. It has 7, and I do not know what this driver is, but this is the stock driver that came with it, and it is garbage. One of the worst drivers I've ever come across. This is a 4-star for 7. Next up is the Snake Pit Legend Spryzen. Again, we got the silver and green with the black. It would have been cool if we would have got, say, a black god chip, a black god chip, or a green god chip. That would have been cool. This also has the right and left spin because it is Legend Spryzen. And this also comes with 4, and I believe this is cross. 4 is, I don't know if 4 is a 4-star. That would have been, oh yeah. Yeah, 4 is a 4-star. Right there. 4 and 4. And this driver is, oh God, I can't remember, but not the stock combo. This is a different this is a combo creation from the Snake Pit set. So this is what comes stock when you buy the Snake Pit Stadium. Next up, this is the booster for Spryzen Requiem. We have Zeta with its 3 modes. Then we have Zero, which is a 1-star. And this was the first Spryzen Beyblade to introduce rubber on the layer. Here is the QR code. And it still has left and right. From this point on, most of the Spryzen Beyblades will have left and right. This is from the WBBA tournament set. It is a stadium set. It is about $130 as of now. So again, we got Zeta, Zero. This one is a 2-star, 1, 2. And this one is different because instead of gold, it's silver and red. And the eyes are silver instead of blue. Oh yeah, also Zeta is silver, which is kind of cool. Like a grayish silver. All right, QR code. Next up is our unboxing, which is Spryzen Requiem from McDonald's. Yep, pretty cool, pretty cool. It's nice how, like I was saying earlier, how they got all this accuracy in the bay. It would have been cool if they would have got some rubber on there, though. That would have been fun. All right, next up, the only turbo bay we have from the turbo series is Chozetsu Spryzen. We have, this is supposed to be the slingshot variant of Zeta. It's higher, basically, is the only difference. It's definitely fun for the Speedstorm bays because Zeta is just about the same height, FYI, as just about any Speedstorm driver. So it is definitely fun for Speedstorm bays. So yeah, this is Zeta, 3 modes. Then we have Wall and Zero. Zero is a 3-star. And there is the QR code for Chozetsu Spryzen or Turbo Spryzen. The cool thing about the Chozetsu bays are they actually have burst stoppers. Once when you get to the Cho-Z bays anyways, most of them are going to have burst stoppers on them. They're these little black pieces that poke out, keep the forge disc from slipping all the way through and hitting that burst. Okay, now we move on to Hypersphere, which is Lord Spryzen. And we've got, oh, this is Blitz. I don't know why I called the other one Blitz. So we got Blitz. This one is a 2-star, 1-2. Then this is supposed to be Dimension, but it is their Hypersphere variant, and it is actually pretty good for a Hypersphere driver. Next we got the Lord Lair. No rubber, no metal. The chip pops out. You don't have to do anything weird. It does have right and left. And yeah. It's definitely a fun bay. You can get some fun combos out of Lord Spryzen. Next we have the Bahamut Lair with Lord Spryzen chip. This one's kind of cool because the coloring is actually different. So it has this extra little layer. I don't know if they did it on accident, but this extra little piece right here that comes down is colored purple. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, this is supposed to be the Bahamut layer. I don't remember what this layer is called, but in the Takara Tomy version, these pieces right here will pop out and it'll become a full circle and it'll have a burst locker. Also, this also does have right and left spin. I do like this chip. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can get it. It does have like a speckled glitter look to the grayish color. There we go. You can kind of see it. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. This is, the driver is Keep. And then we've got I don't know what this is. It's and that's all I know. This one will go last because that's not in order. So let me move this over real quick. Next up is World Spryzen. A lot of people were kind of butthurt about this bay, but I think it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool parts that come with this. The World Lair is actually kind of decent. It's not as good as, of course, the World Lair for the Takara Tomy counterpart, but it is pretty good. All right, so this one also has right and left spin. I think I put it in left, which this is right. The layer did get hollowed out greatly. There is no metal, there is no rubber, but all in all, it is pretty good. As far as the layer goes, our parts are lower, which is a 2-star, 1-2, and then this is supposed to be the version of Unite for World Spryzen, but we just don't got the rubber tip. I kind of find it funny that they could not put the rubber tip on World Spryzen. Like, really? That was that hard to do, huh? Okay. So yeah, there's some disappointments, but overall, I like the world lair. That's about all I like out of this bait. Oh, QR code for you guys. Sorry about that. QR code. Boom. I don't think I got you guys the last one either. QR code. There we go. Next up in order of release, Lord Spryzen. This is the Pro Series Lord Spryzen. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's good. We have, I believe this is Fusion, but this is a, oh, what is it called? Basically, it's a thicker springed Fusion. It does have a gold spring in there. And it's a lot of fun. We actually do, oh, this is a 4-star, by the way. And then, yeah, so the parts are fun. I've used the parts on other bays. I've used the parts with other Spryzen, besides the driver, but like the forge disc. I've used it for other bays, and it's pretty fun. Like, the bay itself is pretty good for a Pro Series. It actually avoids the teeth wear. I've used this bait a lot. Let me see if I can find. The only wear piece that happened was right here. It's not going to show up too well, but this did get nicked pretty hard and metal shaved off. So it is what it is at the end of the day. But this was one of the bays that the Pro Series did well on. You know, we got the right and left. We got the rubber. We got the metal. It doesn't have the teeth wear issue. At least mine doesn't. I don't know about anybody else's. But I got lucky with this. I really did. And I enjoy it. Okay. Everybody's favorite dynamite quad drive bay. Left spin only Astral Spryzen. Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this. So we're supposed to get Quattro, right? We kind of got Quattro, but they just gave us the Unite tip for Quattro, and then we get the flat, which the flat is actually not too bad. I've used it. Definitely is decent. It's not too bad, but I wish that they would have done a little bit more with this bay, and we'll get into it here in a second. So as a whole, it's really mediocre. You get a quarter of the bay. We'll just go into that right away. We did get OVA, which is nice. Mine wound up being a 4-star, as you can tell. It is hollowed, but overall it is pretty solid. It's definitely one of the better weights. Next up, we have the armor, which I don't remember what this armor is. I really don't. It's the Spryzen armor. That's what I call it. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss that that's not the Spryzen armor. Okay, we're going to move that out of the way. It's plastic. Nobody cares. The Astral Lair. Let's get into full detail about this. I got some gripes. Hear me out. Up until now, they did this gimmick with the right and left thing with Spryzen, right? Where it was a little pin at the bottom and it switched right to left, right? Just saying, right? So we got this for the longest time. My guys, why did you... I guess my issue, why are you going to make a right and left layer? Clearly, it says left, left, right, right. Why are you going to make a right and left layer and only give us a left core? Like, literally, you could have given us at least a right core to go with this. That's where they fell short. That is really where they fell short. By not giving us that core that we needed, it really fell short on their end by just haphazardly releasing just a mediocre product. Like, you can't get any worse than this. If they were going to do this and they knew they were going to do this, they needed, and I can only say greatly needed, because like the issue comes into play is you can't even flip it upside down. Now, say if it was like, oh yeah, flip the bay upside down, even though it's hollowed out, you still have right spin. Well, my guys, I'm trying to do that right now, right? I guess technically, so technically speaking, you could. Let's give this a shot, right? This is where we get hypercritical. So now, this is supposed to be their version of right spin, right? Their version. Let's see if it fits together. Okay, so it fits together. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a stadium. So this has been an unboxing part, but this is also an in-depth. I hope you guys don't mind. So not only, so yeah, because of the spin, right? Because of the way the launcher is set up, you can't do right spin. If they would have given us just a right spin core, or even if they would have just given us the same thing they gave us for the past longest while with Spryzen, where they figured out a way to switch the, like gave us universal spin track, basically. That would have been nice. That would have been really nice. But haphazardly releasing a layer is where this bay fell short. Now, is it a good layer? For it being hollowed out, and you can only, for Spryzen, and it being only hollowed, like really hollowed out, it is actually a really good layer. It really is. But where it falls short is we don't have, let me show you. Where it falls short is we just don't have the capability to go right and left. And this is where I was going to say this. What they should have done is they should have fallen back to not Lord. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time right now. Is Spryzen reqreium, because the spin track is actually mobile. So let me grab a launcher here real quick. A ripcord, there we go. So look, when you look and you spin this, the spin track is actually what moves, not the layer piece. So for Spryzen, what they should have done, and they could have easily done this, right? It would have been a completely different setup, but they could have done it is instead of putting these right here, is they should have just gone back to this mechanism, right? So then that way you can have right and left. It would have been a little bit more costly to do it, but in the end, they would have had a better bay. Now, Astral Spryzen is still a good bay because yes, you can add a right core and a left core, but the fact where it falls short is Spryzen has always been up. After Storm Spryzen, it has always been a universal core. This is the first core that wasn't universal. And I really am hoping that maybe they find some way to make a universal core. And if I have to buy a stadium set to do it, I will buy that stadium set, because it'd be nice to have at least a core that is more accurate to Spryzen. But like I said, even though it's got its drawbacks, it is still a fun bay. But either way, this, I like having them at the end of the day. And even though it fell short, it's still the hobby I like to do. So I'm still going to continue to do it. And I'm still going to continue to make these videos. And at the end of the day, hopefully I get more subscribers so I can make more content. But right now, this was what this video was about, was the completion and the unboxing of the McDonald's Spryzen requreium. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of got heated on that little topic there for a minute. So yeah, this will complete this video. I hope you guys do like it. It is a 30-minute video, but it goes into depth, and this completion is finally complete. So with that, I do thank your support. I do enjoy making these videos. Hopefully I get better at making these videos. I've been trying to, but I just had a lot on my plate the last couple weeks, so I haven't really had the time to sit down and figure out editing and stuff like that. So like I always say, whenever you get videos from me, they are as real as they possibly can be, because I don't know how to edit my videos. But other than that, I just hope you guys like the content. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you subscribe to me, I will subscribe to you. And as always, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Have a great day.